Welcome back to Pops and Pylons. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV. We're playing as Rügen. We're going for our custom achievement. The Emperor's Pirates. We have to grab AAA Credit and even better than Piet Heyn achievements while essentially not touching the Empire. We are actually helping our ally and overlord, Austria. Well, overlord. They are the Emperor. In a war against the Polish. There's some hope that they might give us some land for it, but you know, we're just doing this out of our patriotic duty, of course. And we have done quite a bit here. I think we have, decent war participation right now. We did pay for it in manpower, surely, but tis what tis. Now, I've caught up with comments, and there were a couple of things that, I suppose I have to address. One thing is I keep not privateering. Now, I am currently privateering, but I keep accidentally hitting the Hunt Pirates node because it has a Jolly Roger on it. I mean, I get why and all, but privateer in Lübeck right now. We really want to be privateering in the English Channel, but privateering in Lübeck gives us some control over the Baltic while we're at war with the Swedish folks. The other thing, well, no, two other things I screwed up, I suppose, at least. One is, I think I took Miltech ahead of time for innovativeness when there wasn't any innovativeness to gain there anymore. It was just for dip. So I wasted a bit of mil there. Speaking of, I don't think I'm going to take dip. Well, no, that's way too much of a penalty here to take dip. We're not going to do that. Screw that innovativeness. The other thing is I caught way too much land over here. I needed 5 cores to get a colonial nation to release. I made like a bunch. I also actually stated a bunch of land and fully caught it for no reason whatsoever. I know why I did it, because I between episodes forgot about the fact that would be what happens. But that's just... Queen Anne's Revenge got a bit more of our admin here than was necessary, for sure. Alright, back to trying to make a few mistakes, sure. We're gonna go ahead and immediately make some more. Start siege down some more Sweden for some more of that sweet participation. This looks bad, but it isn't actually bad. We had this figured out. We did lose Colding. We've asked our subject to take back Colding for us, but they just were not really into it. I don't know if they're still around even. Okay, I just realized that one reason that they're not helping with the siege is probably that I have them on attach. Right? Yeah, and supportive. They weren't really listening to that earlier, so I started sending them places, but since they currently have the order to attach to me, they're probably walking over here rather than taking back Holding, which is okay. Maybe the Hungarians can at some point do it. They're not gonna ever do it. What's Verden doing in Holstein? What's this? Verden a reconquest of Stade. Surely Holstein did not take Stade. No, it's just a war against Dithmarschen. Whatever. Just don't want to see my my creation Holstein be destroyed there. I was pretty sure I had checked the timings last episode, but apparently I fudged up. Huh. Either that or something was lying to me and or changed. I had checked that the Austrians would arrive before these folks would leave, but clearly that was not the case. Cost us 1,000 folks, not the end of the world, but obviously not something I was hoping for here. We're not running any advisors. Well, not any. We're running a mill advisor, but no dip and no admin advisor, which feels bad. But we don't have a good outlet for monocoins right now. Just development, essentially. And we really want money. So I think I'm kind of okay with this. I'm not okay with the amount of money we're paying for our fleet. Because of being far more, what's the word? Who knows? Right, we're way over our naval force limit because we keep stealing boats and I keep not selling them because it feels wrong. Just flavor-wise, it just doesn't feel right that I would steal boats and then not keep them. I say selling boats. Selling boats would actually be probably fine from a flavor perspective, sure. Let's say yes. Because that's a thing, at least I think that pirates did, is steal boats and then sell them off. At least when you play Sid Meier's Pirates is the thing you do. Maybe that's not the best source of information there. But it is a source. No, the point is rather that I would not be actually selling the boats, because selling ships in this game is so freaking annoying. It's a horrible feature. It should get removed or changed. Change would be nice. But if you can't fix it, then please remove it. Because what you have to do, aside from the fact that you have to go and talk to every nation that you want to try and sell to, see whether they want to buy your boats, you also have to have your boats nearby to sell them, and you have to go and have a fleet of the size that they want, of the boats that they want. It's terrible. It's just awful. So I'm not planning to do any of that. And then the alternative is to remove all the boats that I pick up, and that just seems wrong. Does that seem wrong to you? Yes. So I'm just picking up these small amounts of boats here with my one stack. Honestly, I should probably be taking Västerbotten next. Killing them one by one. And then I will no longer need to blockade over here because I control the land, which would allow me to concatenate my fleet. And thereby also take Abo and push out the rest of the navy. It's not a lot. I could probably just push them out right now. It's just transports. Yeah. I was thinking I don't want fight boats to come out and actually hurt my tiny fleet there. But it's just transports. They can come out and get stolen, because that's apparently what we do around these parts. Provincial trade power modifier. 85%. It's not often that you see that. If it was me, I would complain. It's not me, so I'm going to claim that it never... Oh, pretend that it never happened. They're just getting unlucky. They're taking back off Ostroda there. But... yeah, the Hungarians are not taking calling for me. It's just not happening. And if I wanted my subject to do it, they would have to, well, I would have to tell them to actually do such a thing, and then they would have to walk all the way. That seems like a lot of work for not a lot of gain. Just kind of hoping for the Austrians to realize that they've won and to take what they can here. Then again, at 58% war score, they won't be able to take tons, which probably means they won't give me tons, which... I mean, I don't want tons because that might screw up my whole coalition planning. But I wouldn't mind some land. I also wouldn't have minded blocking this movement here. What is this? Wolgast has... no, Mecklenburg has a light and a galley. What do I have here? 3 galleys. Let's go and see if we can't do a bit of blockade in the Öresund. It's not going to be great. I don't know how neutral territory works with the control both sides of the straits rule. I don't know. What I do know is that I just overcapped on dip again, and I shouldn't be doing that. Other things are about to cap too, so we might as well take a place like Never and give it like a click admin and a clicker mill, 2 clicks and dip. Should be fine for now. Wouldn't mind the Siege of Wyborg being done. We're paying a lot in this war. Does it tell me how much of these losses is mine? Yes, it does. We lost 11,000 infantrymen. I'm not counting my subject. I think that's Total. Yes, yes. So not just infantrymen. We lost 11,000 folks. Which, when you have no manpower, is somewhat annoying. Somehow Brandenburg managed to lose 5 ships. What are you, Danish pretenders? Pretending to be Danish. Disgusting. Why would you do such a thing? You got pushed out. Good. Yes, I know that that's not what pretenders are. I'm aware. 22,000. Where are those Swedes at? Where are them Swedes at? That's Poles. That's tiny amount of Swedes. The reason I'm looking for these Swedes is... Oh, let me see what that piece did. Lithuania cedes 1,000,000 places to the Ottomans. Youch. We don't know where those Swedes are at, do we? I'm wondering for 2 reasons. One is that I'm a bit spread out here, and I might just show up and actually hurt my troops, which would be disgusting and mean. The other is that... I don't remember at all. I was thinking something there with the Swedish troops. All right, I thought about telling my subject to siege down Stockholm, but maybe that is not the smartest of moves here. All right, Frendo is not staying. Listen, Frendo, if you're not staying anyway, if you're just being a fool, then why don't you go to siege focus? I don't know if that's going to mean that they're finally going to go to Kolding and take it, or they're going to take something else. But they're surely going to go and siege something, and that seems nice. You keep on crushing whatever's coming out of there. Should be fine. Should be fine. I'm a bit worried about those 20,000 Swedes. You're not sitting on like a Hungarian fort somewhere or something, right? No. No, they're not. Heck if I know. They took... Yeah, I mean, they're starting to siege down Schilland over here, which is annoying. And yeah, my boats here are not stopping any transfer, I don't think. So, even though it's not their land, this counts as controlling both sides of the strait. Maybe the rule is neither side of the strait must be controlled by the enemy. That might be the actual rule there, which would explain a lot. You are repairing those coastal sea zones. Excellent. There's actually... Oh, there they are. Here are the Swedes. I'm gonna go stop my Öresund shenanigans and go back to the southern Baltic. Because I don't want those folks to sit on Rügen. Wouldn't mind having a bit more backup, because they have 7 galleys over there. Maybe I'm gonna bring some of my blockading fleet from the north over to the southern Baltic once they're done with that thing. Must be paying that foreign debt of Ryazan, which is... I mean, I can get behind the debt paying, it just... What a Paisley amount. Why would you even do that? Why would he even care? Alright, you're actually fighting the Hungarians. You're gonna beat up the Hungarians, probably. The Swedes tend to have a bit of firepower in the military. And Hungarians, yeah. Not so much, I don't think. Do I cross over to Åland? Åland? I keep not being able to pronounce that correctly. But there's a bunch of Austrians here. They're gonna show those Swedes what's for. Good. Good, good. Crush the Swedes. You're coming back to siege now? You weird people. Just weird. Weird and silly and weird. How's this thing looking? It's getting cheaper because it's slowly spreading to places. We have it in Rügen, right? We do. Normally I don't like waiting for things to become cheaper, but it's actually spreading at such an even rate that we might get a huge chunk of price reduction. It also got cheaper by a decent amount because we quote-unquote lost the land of Queen Anne's Revenge. I'm still sad for that admin that I wasted there. Sometimes I wish, I mean, not really, but sometimes I do kind of consider whether it would be nicer to be doing this thing here full-time professionally. I mean, I certainly can't afford it. Yeah, because I make zero money with it. Actual zero. Well, unless you count what I'm paying, so it's negative. Anyway, point being, if I was doing this professionally and full-time, I wouldn't be recording an episode here, an episode there after work and screw up so much, maybe. That's not to say that professional streamers or YouTubers don't screw up. They screw up a lot. But some of these mistakes surely could be avoided if I was paying a bit more attention and I was a little less tired. It might even make these campaigns more somewhat interesting, I suppose, but I don't like it. Not a big fan of being bad at things. Not a big fan of that at all. Down goes Viborg. Now that's something I'm a big fan of. Let's get into Stockholm. Show those Swedes. Also try to save my navy, which I seem to be successfully doing. Don't need a navy here anymore because there's nothing to blockade. So let's come together in the Sea of Åland. How's my participation looking these days? Neither of those buttons tells me that. I think it went down. Yeah, we're down to 44%. I wish it would say, I mean, it does say it's gained by participating in battle, sieges, and blockades, but I wish I knew what is generating my score, mostly. That'd be nice. So there's nothing actually to blockade anymore in the Sea of Åland. Stole another boat. More money! That's their plan. The insidious plan is to have me steal so many boats that I go bankrupt. Smart. Can't deny that it's smart. Somewhat. I also can't deny that I would love for somebody to take back my former Danish holdings here. Also, this annoys me. Oh, Austria, could you get a bit of a move on with the whole winning the war thing? I feel like I've done a lot for it, and you should be thankful. Should not be wasting my time like this. Also, we got stopped moving to Stockholm because of the battle that was happening there. Brittany selling knowledge to the Popal State. And my stupid Austrian ally, I mean my friendly, nice Austrian ally, is not willing to sell me the institution. I would pay. Ooh, I would also make a claim on the Danes, I think. What are we looking at? Are we actually looking at Shelland next time? I mean, let's keep those options open, shall we? I would like having Shelland. What are you? You're Danish peasants, so you're probably not going to come over to the Swedish side of things. I like that. Any one of you a cannon? Yes, a bunch of you are a cannon. Well, no. There's a bunch of you which have a cannon with you. Which, kind of the same thing, I suppose. Are you a cannon? Come on, get over here, you cannony folks. Merge, split, siege stack. Ooh. Enemies? What is this? How dare you defend your homeland while you're busy ravaging mine? Mulhouse buying knowledge. Everybody's buying knowledge sharing. We should get like one of those tiny folks as a friend when I'm overcapping on admin and not seeing it. Good, good. Go me. We're no longer buying or in the need of buying down inflation. could buy a stab. It would be pretty expensive with 80 tradition and already having a stab. How much is it? 160. It's probably just wrong. Even though I want to. Nah, development has to be better here. Especially if we have a place that maybe doesn't have the institution yet. How about Ingerman land? Ingerman land. How are you doing on that institutionalizing? Well, you're kind of done, aren't you? It's still probably the best place to develop. But let's have a look at whether we see something that screams put some points into me. Whilst maybe still being an interesting point to develop. I don't think it's going to be calm. Yeah, I don't know. Calm is just a cruddy place, right? Naval. Yeah. Let's not do those kind of things. Let's just find a good place, like Ingerman land, where we already have encouraged going. Excellent. And then we put an admin in there. Let's start with a mill and an admin. And then do an admin and a dip. Alright. The slightly annoying thing about this is that we are... I mean, yes, we're in a way... In a way, we have a lot of... mono points to spare right now, so being able to do development with that is kind of nice. But, and that's kind of a big but, I think I'm actually going to go back to blockading here to get those points. The reason we do is that we're behind on tech, at least in admin, not the rest. It's not as bad as I thought it was, but still. So we're going to need those points to take that tech. Eventually. And every point we spend on development now is a point we're not going to spend on tech once we finally have the institution. Then again, it's only admin that we're even behind on, so it's really kind of fine. Half price Diplo rep person. That does tempt me. Alternatively, development costs. Let's take the guy, I think. Tempted to run him. It's just that we need money. Looting foreign cities, blockading ports, that's all nice and stuff. Tariffs. What a joke. I could go and take the reduction in state maintenance mission thing. Oh wait, I just clicked through a thing that I should have read, I think. It said something about appropriate type of government. And I don't know what it was. If you saw that, please let me know in the comments if it was anything relevant. I don't know. I clicked through it because it looked like a generic message, but it wasn't. And I don't know what it was. What's going on here? Are we getting our guy from Queen Anne? Sure. We're still at a point where we can't take trade from Polotsk, and also we have a hard time forcing their religion. As in, if we did, they would be very unhappy. We might just have to eat Polotsk with the wrong religion in it. And then manually convert it. That seems wrong. Oh, come on, Hungary. Why'd you break the siege? No, why? What are you doing? You know what would be great? To work with professionals for once in my life. Ooh, interesting move. So we don't have a return province. Still kind of trying to learn, or to properly learn how forts work. We don't currently have a return province because we're sending on land that we control. So I think right now we're not affected by zone of control. But as soon as I enter Elfsborg, I am in zone of control. It's probably that weird range reason that I can go to Skaraborg from there, but that just seems wrong. I should not be able to bypass the fort. Even if it's legal. It's just not how it should work. Anyway, it is how it works, so there's that. We don't even have a fort giving us... Yeah, it's just odd. So Hungary, can you do your job? No, that's a big no on the job doing. Also, there's a bunch of Swedes around here who are coming to Bohuslän, which is hilly, which means I don't want to... Yeah, I can also walk through the fort from the other direction. Curious. Curious. Okay, they fully gave up now. What's this? Unrest reduction. Reduced institution spread. Or we gain... Every owned province gains 50 support for printing press. That's instant spawn, right? You just get it everywhere. So we can essentially accept it for free. Every owned province gains circulation of hostile publications until for September, giving 6 unrest for how many years? Holy fudge. That's 15 years. Okay, these places have unrest now because they're occupied, so that doesn't really count. I don't think it's a good idea. We'd be sitting on unrest everywhere. Well, most places. Some places. That said, our new conquests over in the New World won't get it anymore because they're no longer our provinces, so they are not problematic. So it's really mostly Schilland we have to care about, I think. And I don't think we care about the missionary strength. I assume this applies it to currently owned provinces. Not like gives us a global modifier that all our provinces have it. That would be bad. Yeah, everything is Protestant. It's going to do this. Which should turn this into a lot of green. Right? I'm going to wait for the monthly tick, but then I expect the institution to be essentially everywhere. It's not. Is 50 support not 50% support? What's 50 support mean? Oh, I'm sure it said something about a state. I just read every owned province, but I'm sure it said before that, like South Karelia, every owned province gets something like that. Although I don't... Did I click the right button? Oh, it was in Schilland. The one place where I really didn't want that to happen, I think. No, it wasn't. Huh? Do we see a minus 5% spread modifier from clicking the other button? No. Now I'm slightly confused. By slightly, I mean very. Lida, Öse, River, and Kolding now have unrest. So maybe it was here? No. Where do you have unrest? Separatism, war exhaustion, non-accepted culture. Yeah, it's just the huge. Okay, I'll have to look up what that event was. I can, right? Was it hostile publication or something? EU4 hostile publications. Institution event. Hostile publications. Blah, 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 blah. Show me. Pre-impressive spawned. I don't have it embraced. I have it embraced in a province. Blah, blah, meantime to happen. Yada, yada, yada. Time for censorship has come. So, province modifier state censorship for 15 years, giving the following effects. Province modifier hostile publications. Yes. A random owned province. So, did you just literally have a single province in that list? Not even a state, but just a province? And why did it say every owned province? Well, I'm sure you will let me know in the comments what I missed. So it clearly wasn't my whole country. It would have been insane if it was my whole country. Being in a single province, I don't know that the effect was of any relevance for us. But hey, alright, I do need to put a cut in here, but I kind of want to beat up these Swedes over in Värmland, even though they have the forest on their side. But it was a good point though. I hate this event. I check siege ability and lose my stability. Now on the plus side, losing the stability means that we can actually spend some stability on boosting without it being super expensive. I mean, tradition is still being but we're not getting the extra 50% for already having stability. You're already stable. How are you being more stable? But that's a lot of Austrians down here. We will have to do the honorable thing and put another cut into this here video. I would like to thank you so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and if you have anything to say. And there's that comment section. I'm fully caught up with comments, and I promise I try to be a bit more timely on reading them, as opposed to what I have done in the recent days. Thanks so much for watching, and see you folks next time.